going on, guys? Jeff Kiesel, Kiesel Guitars, Carving Guitars. I'm here hanging out in the shop, and today we're going to talk about the Vader Headless Bass. And today I got Mr. Darryl Williams.
What's up?
And Mr. Kevin Freeby.
How's it going?
The Vader bass design came about based off of the popular Vader Headless electric guitar that we released earlier this year. And the Vaders all came about because, getting rid of the headstock of an instrument, you're getting the instrument more compact and getting it a little more ergonomic. There actually is a tone difference too when you eliminate that headstock. You get a little bit of overtones from where the nut is all the way out to where the strings actually go into the tuner. These basses allow you to use any type of string because of the Kiesel nut system. It's a nut system me and my dad designed and developed, and we didn't want to have to rely on special or limited sets of strings. So whatever string you're currently using, it takes the ball end into the hip shot bridge, and then you string it through the Kiesel nut system, locking it down and cutting any excess string off. These are neck-through construction instruments, and they use our latest and greatest pickups. Now these pickups use the expensive Alnico 5 very powerful magnets and the plain enamel vintage wire. And we opted to go this route because we wanted to get back to the roots of basses, and these come standard passive. And all of our testing and developing, listening to the powerful tones and full tones of these instruments, you don't need active electronics. We do offer active as an option, but it's not needed. So enough about talking about the instrument. We're going to go ahead and let Kevin demo this bass, and this one's equipped with the standard humbucking pickups, passive electronics. Well, that was very cool. For you single coil guys out there, we haven't forgot about you. We're going to go ahead and demo these single coil pickups, and this one is set with the standard 60s position. We also have the optional 70s position, which moves the bridge pickup closer down towards the bridge. So Darryl, why don't you go ahead and take it away.
Both pickups. The front pickup only.
one of the things I noticed right away is the, you know, the nut. Obviously, there's no head there, but when you look at the nut, you can use any string with it. A lot of the old school, like headless type instruments, you couldn't do that, and it was frustrating, and it might keep somebody from getting them before.
Absolutely.
You know, because Daryl and I both play the same strings, and we're very, very, we love these strings that we play. And it's like, well, if you can't put them on an instrument, it almost starts to negate the instrument.
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember when we first tried the Dunlops, it made our basses sound as good as they really are, and we had to make the switch. And I mean, that a lot of it came from you guys, you know, initially getting a bass from us and immediately changing the strings. It was like, well, why don't we just set the basses up with the strings that you guys are playing? And so we made that relationship with Dunlop, and I couldn't be happier. The basses sound great, and you know, any string you guys can use with this actual nut design. It pulls through, locks down, and then you just clip it right off, and the ball is held in out at the bridge. So any standard gauge string, and we even offer these basses in the short scale. So these are all 34-inch standard. We offer them in the short 30-inch scale too, in 4, 5, and 6 string.
I play one of those too. I was surprised. Short scale bass.
Yeah, a lot of tension on the B string too. I mean, that was a big concern we had. We didn't want to just, hey, let's make a short scale and put it out there. That B string is very tight.
It is.
Yeah.
It's clean. I was surprised.
Yeah, I was too, to be honest. You know, I thought originally, well, we'll come out with a 4 and a 5. You know, the 4 made complete sense. We'll do a 5, and maybe we'd string them E to C. And I remember, you know, calling you and a few other guys coming in, and, you know, the look on your guys' face when you felt the tension on that B string. I mean, I remember a couple of guys that came in didn't even realize they were playing a 30. You know, I'm like, that is the 30. You know, they're like, no way. You know, couldn't believe the tension. So, again, you know, everything goes into these designs. And, you know, speaking of which, these have the dual carbon fiber, high strength rods in the neck next to the high strength steel truss rod system. So, you know, all of our instruments come that way, but especially with the headless, it really makes a big difference, because without having that headstock, you know, headstocks are going to move a little bit. So, you know, these instruments are going to stay in tune a little better than a traditional instrument.
And they come stock with the Dunlop
Super
Brights. I should mention that.
Yeah. All of our basses come with those, and they're amazing strings.
Earlier you mentioned ergonomics, and one of the things I've noticed since playing it is you don't feel like you have to hold the bass up. I mean, every instrument talks about, you know, being, you know, perfectly balanced.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you play a lot, which you do, and we all do,
You do as well.
you notice that you are kind of putting pressure on here, even though you don't think you are.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't really even notice that until I played this without the headstock. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. There's no force now having to do this. And that's huge.
Well, guys, why don't you jam out a little bit, and we'll sign off here. I appreciate you guys for, you know, watching and following what we're doing and keeping up with us. These guys are going to take it away and just kind of jam out. And if you want more information on these basses, hit us up online, KieselGuitars.com, or give us a call, 858-GUITARS, and, of course, social media. So thanks for watching, guys.
Peace.